From Senate Judiciary, Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, a pleasure to have you on again. It's great to see you,
Good
Senator.
to be with you. Thank
Senator,
you.
so what was your reaction to the new House report that found the Justice Department's own documents, its own U.S. attorneys, that show that the White House, quote, had no legitimate basis, that they, quote, misused the FBI and the DOJ to go after school board parents upset about bad schools as domestic terrorists? Even U.S. attorneys saying this was a, quote, manufactured crisis. What do you say, Senator?
I say this is another of their political moves. They did this a week before the Virginia governor's election, thinking that they would scare people into submission. You know, Liz, fearful people are easier to control. And you see a lot of that. You see a lot of government overreach. You see putting fear in people. You look at the mandates, the lockdowns, what we experienced through COVID. You look at what is happening with inflation. The steps this administration is making are very intentional. And the teachers' unions are very close to the White House. We all know that. And we know how they traveled that path to get this letter from DOJ that would say, okay, let's go after these parents who are showing up to question what their elected representatives on these school boards are doing to their children, what they are teaching to these children. We want children educated, not indoctrinated.
So, you know, it's interesting you point out that, you know, the House report indicates that there was a political reason for going after school board parents as domestic terrorists because Glenn Youngkin was on the rise in Virginia because of chaos in public schools. And the report says, you know, it cites local law enforcement saying there was just a handful of local school board parents had been boisterous, disruptive, that should have been handled by local police. Few to no one thought this was a serious national threat. But then the FBI reportedly opened 25 threat assessments against school board parents. 6 of them were conducted by the FBI Counterterrorism Unit. That's what's happening behind the scenes.
Yes, and Liz, think about it. The FBI got involved in the elections in 2016, 2018, 2020, 2022. Now, you look at the Virginia governor's race, and this is another election that the FBI inserted themselves in a political manner into an election. And we're seeing that from this report. And of course, these parents are going to those meetings because they care. It is their children. And they want to know what is going on in these classrooms. They want to know why teachers are not teaching, why the union is interested in the union and the welfare of the teacher, but not the child. So parents should be showing up. I'm pleased that parents are showing up.
You know, Senator, given what you're saying, you drill down into what happened. The FBI investigates a mom because she's a gun owner. They investigated dad because he rails against the government. But, you know, none of these investigations resulted in any federal arrests or charges. That's according to the report. Your final word.
Yes, this is harassment. It is, we are to be a government of, by, and for the people. And what you have is the Democrats are pushing for a government of the powerful, by the powerful, for the powerful. And they are trying to centralize that power and control and use government as a sledgehammer against people, in this case, against parents who love their children very much.
Senator Blackburn, a pleasure and honor having you on. We'll have you back on, we hope, again soon. It's good to see you.